We're going to do some factoring, and they're all going to be in the form of difference of squares. Another way to say that you're going to subtract is to take the difference, and we have a variable being squared on each one, and then hopefully you can recognize this as some integer being squared. Here's what we need to do. 2 sets of parentheses on each. Let's fit the form. What do you multiply to get x squared? X and x. You put that in the beginning of each of your parentheses. And what multiplies to equal 36? Well, it has to be something squared, so we can't pick some of the other factors. 6 squared equals 36. And then we have to notice this is a negative or subtracting 36. Well, if we need to multiply things to get a negative, in this instance, one is positive, one is negative. Pause now and take a look at that. That's the way that every difference of squares problem is going to work out. With this one as our model, we need to figure out what to put here. It's not x, but it's a. And in the back part of the parentheses, we need to find out what square is 400. If we don't just know, we can square root it. And that part is going to be 20. And for the same reasons as above, positive times a positive equals a positive, and a negative times a negative equals a positive. So the way to get a negative is for one to be positive and one to be negative. If you're not convinced, you can multiply this back out to make sure it equals where you started. This one, you'll see it's been switched around a bit. It still fits this form. What we're going to start with now is what multiplies to give us 16, and it has to be a square in this instance. So 4 times 4 gets us 16. And then how do we get y squared? Y and y. And since it's a negative, one's positive and one's negative. Take a good look at that difference of squares.